Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Jiou-Martelli Cooks. It's your boy Gio and I'm out here cooking. Today I'm going to be making pork katsu with that bomb-ass curry sauce. Stay tuned. So today I'm going to start off with the pork. First thing you got to do is flatten this pork out. You need a cutting board, you need some plastic wrap, and a kitchen hammer. You can honestly just use whatever you have on hand to just flatten these bad boys out. First thing you want to do is you just want to lay down this saran wrap here over your cutting board. Put your pork on that saran wrap there. Grab another piece of saran wrap and put it right on top. And then flatten it out. These right now are about 1/4 inch thick. Around there, I'm trying to go for probably 1/8 of an inch, a couple mils, pretty thin. Just be careful not to tear the meat so that your pork doesn't have holes in it. It's very important to beat your meat evenly so that it cooks evenly when you fast fry it, pun intended. So you can tell it's about doubled in surface area. Remove that top plastic wrap, throw it out, and put a new one down, and put these flattened pork pieces to the side. Another beautiful piece. So yeah, here's another, now that my camera is in focus. This is kind of the thickness we're going for here. Alright guys, before we start breading the pork, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my oil for the frying. I've got it on my medium-sized burner here, and I'm gonna probably put it on medium-high heat. I find with my burners though, that's the perfect temperature for frying. Today I've got canola oil. I'm just filling up my Dutch oven with it. Fill it up to about 1/2 inch thick, something like that. I do the next thing here, and what we're doing is we're just gonna lightly season the pork cutlets on both sides, and be light with it. You don't need to go crazy. I don't really put too much seasoning in the dredge or in the flour, so I like to season the meat directly. Just gonna set these to the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and work on my curry sauce. Alright, this is a really simple curry sauce. It's only a few ingredients. Hit the description below. I list everything there, so it's nice and easy for you guys to follow. But I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping the stuff that I need for the sauce. First thing here is the onion, small onion. I think there's some water in my Dutch oven where the oil is. Damn, man, how much water is in that thing? Is the garlic. Alright everyone, so I got my saucepan here on low. I'm gonna add some oil to that. I got olive oil here. Just a little bit on these onions and garlic. It's like you want to try and make your sauce first because it's gonna take the most time. That they've softened up and are this nice translucent color. Go ahead and add some flour to that, and then you want to cook that out for another minute. And the reason why we're cooking it out now is so that our sauce doesn't get clumpy. I'm gonna add the curry powder and garam masala. So go ahead and add that in. Let that cook out for a couple minutes. Next thing you want to do is add some vinegar. This is rice wine vinegar. It's about a teaspoon. Add some honey as well too. So it's just going to be a quick squirt, probably a teaspoon. You don't want it too hot. Let that cook out a little bit. And the next thing you want to add is your chicken stock and apple juice. You can use any type of juice you have that's handy. We got apple juice here, so that's what we're using. So So mix it really well. Alright guys, next thing I'm gonna add in here is some grated ginger. And just let this simmer for 15 minutes. Alright, so now that this has been simmering for about 10-15 minutes, I have some cornstarch here. I'm gonna make a slurry with the cornstarch so I can thicken up the sauce. Right there, and dump that in. And let it cook out for another 5 minutes. It's thickened up quite a bit after that cornstarch slurry I added. So I'm gonna go ahead and start frying up my pork katsu. Everyone, so the next thing we're gonna do is prepare our frying station. I've got plain flour here. I've got 1 egg that I'm gonna crack and beat. And I've got some Japanese panko breadcrumbs here. This is gonna be the key ingredient. This is gonna give us the texture that we want and ultimately the crispiness that we're looking for when we're eating pork katsu. First is the flour. Coat it evenly on both sides. Next thing we got is the egg. Again, make sure it's nice and even. I always use just one hand. Make sure you use just the same hand for all your wet ingredients and all your dry ingredients here. That way it just makes it a bit easier to clean up. And that is 1 cutlet that is ready to go. That is what we're looking for right there. So set that off to the side here and I'll go ahead and do the other pieces. Oil is good, just stick a wooden spatula in there. If you start to get those little bubbles there, that means your temperature is good and we're ready to fry. Here, go ahead and toss that in there. And that's what we're looking for. That pork is going to cook so quick because it's so thin. And then if you get your oil temperature right, this should brown out very nicely. So just let it sit in there, don't bother it too much. And important thing is you don't want to overcrowd your pot. So just fry one at a time. I've only got 3 pieces here, so it's not too bad. You can look at the edges and see that it's already starting to brown on the edges. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this. We're just about there. And leave it on this side for a few more seconds, and then this cutlet is done. Yeah, look at that. Delish. Beautiful. Alright, my next ones. This is the perfect frying temperature. Take a good look at that, and this is what your frying temperature should be at. If you notice that it goes crazy when you put your pork in there and the edges start to brown right away, your oil temperature is too hot. I got my curry over here, just resting to the side. You can see how thick that is now. And we're good. There it is, y'all. Pork katsu. Alright guys, just a quick thing on plating here. I've got my pork cutlets. I'm just gonna cut these into little strips. Take that, put it right on some rice there. Put it right on that rice like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my curry sauce, put it right on top of that like that. Sauce here.
Oh, she's big.
The sauce is thick, yeah. There we go.
She is big.
Alright everyone, so we're gonna try this katsu now. It looks bomb. As you can see, I'm with the girlfriend right now. She's kind of shy, so she's gonna be off frame. So you guys are gonna be watching me, my beautiful face eat. I know it's gonna be great. Let's try it.
Did you add green onion?
No. Mmm. You hear that crunch? Mmm. How is it, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Is that sauce to your liking?
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Mmm, so good.
Put in your mouth.
Mmm. So good. And it's so quick to make too. So there you have it, Pork Katsu, another episode, Jiou-Martelli Cooks. Please like the video, please subscribe so you stay notified of when I'm posting next. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support, thank you for all the love. Bye. Katsu.